Groups like New Mexico Appleseed could not have come up with an event like this at a better time, especially because these tough financial situations can not only hurt parents, but they also have a serious impact on a child's mental health. Joy Wang spoke with a local psychiatrist.
While parents stress about financial problems and food insecurity, Dr. Scott Carroll says younger children can pick up on those things.
Children are very sensitive to the tone or the emotional sort of environment they swim in. And so if the parents are really stressed about things, a lot of times you'll see the younger children, they'll start getting stressed and acting out.
With older kids like teenagers, it's a different story.
Teenagers are very sensitive. They're much more aware of these kind of problems than adults often realize. And teenagers often have a tendency to want to take responsibility. So even though they're not really ready, like emotionally in terms of like maturation to handle adult level responsibilities, they often do feel responsible.
So it seems like the younger kids kind of act out more because they're experiencing that stress, but the teenagers internalize it more because they're understanding that stress.
I've had teenagers who actually developed anorexia because they literally gave all their food to like the other family members, not because they wanted to, be thinner.
There's also cases in which teens can develop depression from overwhelming responsibility.
I've also seen the flip side where I've had teenage patients who they were the ones in charge of all the younger siblings and cousins. All the parents are working, so they're stuck with all the kids, all the younger children at home alone, trying to make sure everybody's getting on their Zoom call and their video and for their class and this class. And they're just overwhelmed. So I've actually had some suicide attempts of teenagers.
Dr. Carroll says it's best for kids not to know how bad the situation is. But if parents have to tell them, it's even more important to know your child.
What you share has to be appropriate to their age and, of course, the child's personality. Some children actually do better with more information, like it calms them down. I'm especially speaking about teenagers. So the more you tell them, they actually do better. Other teenagers, the more you tell them, the worse they do. So you kind of have to know your child, which one is better for them.
Joy Wang, KOB 4.